Hello, Steve White, Trekway 89 for Steve Arts 89, Star Trek's alleged gatekeeper. After looking at it and listening to a few people, I am a bit disappointed with Star Trek Memento Mori or whatever it was, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, episode 4 for season 1. It's all about the betrayal of the Gorn. In the original series, which no one cares about anymore and they're trying to erase, because all the new fans haven't seen it, so they can do anything that contradicts the original series and it doesn't matter because they only care about what the new fans think of the new show. They don't care about the other fans. They totally contradicted the history of the characters on many levels, not just the events, because in the original series episode Arena, the Enterprise crew was the first crew to ever encounter the Gorn, and they didn't know who they were, they didn't know anything about them. And now in Strange New Worlds, we have a character whose family was killed by the Gorn. Everyone knows about the Gorn. And the Enterprise has actually been attacked, and Spock actually mind melded with her and saw basically her part of her experience when she was young encountering them. So how he managed to forget all this when he actually, like 6 years later, when they attacked for the first time in Arena, apparently Spock doesn't remember any of these incidents that he actually had first-hand experience with. And it just makes him look ridiculous, and it makes the story look ridiculous, and you can't watch the two episodes and have them, that they don't relate. There's no canon, there's no continuity, unless you view the series as a reboot, and that is basically remaking Arena on some level. It doesn't work. And the other thing we found out with Arena was that the Gorn were actually, we were in their territory, we'd put star bases on their territory, or colonies on their territory, and they were attacking them because they were in their territory, which I guess they had a right to do. I mean, they could have just called up and said, hey, you're on our land, please move. Instead they blew them up. But Starfleet realised we were at fault, and there was a learning curve there, not just Kirk sort of realising that, you can and have to spare enemies. You can't just view people as just enemies and kill them because they're the bad guy. And that's exactly what Strange New Worlds does. They totally missed the point and the moral of Arena, and they just have the Gorn as these faceless monsters. They're referred to as evil in the episode. Now, there's no such thing as evil in Star Trek. I mean, Star Trek is based on science, rationality, intelligence, logic. Evil is just an irrational, fear-based, paranoid myth. Like, there's no such thing as evil, really. So to make these aliens that we should understand as just a different species with different cultures and different ways of doing things are just portrayed as evil. We never see them, and they're just evil. They're the baddies, and we have to kill the baddies. And that's how simple and basic the story was. Oh, we got attacked by baddies, and now we kill the baddies, we win. And that was like, where is the depth to that story? Where's the layers? What did I learn? What was achieved? What was accomplished? We just were victimized by a bunch of baddies and survived, and that's it. Why am I going to review that episode? What am I going to learn? What am I going to see? What am I going to revisit? What lesson or moral or emotional feeling or something am I going to get out of watching that again? I'm like, I don't feel the need to watch it again. It was kind of okay the first time, just as an episode of science fiction television. It was good, but then when you compare it to Star Trek and Arena and the specifics, and then you look at the differences and the contradictions and the issues it causes within the canon, it just takes any fun that you had out of the actual episode out of it. So I'm very disappointed with them and how they've handled the Gorn. It's ridiculous. They could have just created another race. Actually used, if they had some talent, actually create another race and have them attack the Enterprise, and then we learn about who they are and what they are later on. Instead, they took a race that was already established, vilified them, took them backwards, they regressed them. The whole series is feeling reductive because they're not making new experiences and new episodes. They're just retreading the old stuff and contradicting the old stuff and making a mess out of the whole thing instead of doing new stories with new creatures, new aliens, new races that are separate, that don't contradict and don't clash, so they can exist separately and not detract from one another. But they don't do that. So it's just, I'm becoming, I had a moment where I was enjoying the show for probably like 2 episodes, and now I'm sort of looking at it as just being one big problematic thing. And I just am angry because they didn't have to do this. Like I said, they could have created new races. They could have totally avoided old stories, old characters, old episodes, and done their own thing. So everything was safe and separate. But no, they had to go in and rewrite and rework and reboot everything, and it's just problematic and messy and annoying. So I just had to have a rant about that. So that's my YouTube therapy for today. And I just hope this is not something that happens every episode, that every episode isn't retreading something, reworking, rebooting, retconning something from the original series, because it's just going to make the show impossible to watch if you have knowledge of the original series. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Gorn and the whole thing. Thanks. Bye.